Well, I guess I feel I see things need to be done, and I just go ahead and do it and say, if it's gonna get done, I mean, I'll do it. I mean, if nobody else gonna do it, But you just have to do what has to be done. We, our church out there at Good Old Baptist Church there on 162. Hadn't been long, got out of the Army. I just remember exactly what year it was, but I worked in the church. I worked in the church and seen things needed to be done. I know we needed to, try to build a new church and everything. So I told them that that's what we needed to do. So we started, with a building fund, and money couldn't be used. It had to be used on a new building, and stuff. And anyway, I, instrumental engineer, not engineer, but oversee, once the church decided we wanted to build a new church, and we, oversee it all the way and watched every brick go in, every piece of wood go in, and worked it every night on it, until we, got it done, But anyway, that was a challenge there, and if something got to be done, I mean, hey, let's do it, just do it.
The farm on which we live. That's it. And its history and its continuation as a successful place that our family loves and a lot of other people enjoy.
Always do whatever you can. Don't put off what can be done today for tomorrow. Do it now, because tomorrow, as my mother taught me, tomorrow really never come. And to prove this to me, I remember she said the next day, okay, now what day is this? And the answer had to be today, because the next day was today. And her word was that tomorrow never comes, it's always today. So I hope that, in fact, this is what I taught my children. I had 2 children, a son and a daughter. And I always taught them, if what can be done today, do it today. Don't put it off until tomorrow, because tomorrow may never come.
A family that'll contribute and be contributive to the society, I hope. We got a son and grandson living here. Got a son and grandson living in Salt Lake City, but I think the ones living here can just try to contribute.
Fight for what you want. Don't give up. Put your trust in God and He will take care of you. That's my legacy.
I would like my legacy to be that I always thought of somebody other than myself, that I was kind to everybody, compassionate to teenagers and youth, and just tried to be a better person. Not only in the eye when people can look at me, but be a better person, period. So that when somebody says something about me, they can be corrected and find out. Because most of the time, if you want to know how I'm feeling about something, all you have to do is ask. And I'll tell you. When I got on the council, I thought it was going to be so difficult for me. But they were so welcoming. And that was from the day I went there until the day I left. So we never had any qualms or anything like folk did. And we got along and we made sure that the people had what they needed. And much was accomplished.
Service. Just trying to do what I can to help folks. And whoever calls, whether it's probably one of the most humbling things that I can talk about is a gentleman who has passed away, Reverend Bennett, said he needed to meet me, and he was actually from Boston. And at that time, he was almost 70 years old, and I met him, and I was like, hey, I called his name. I said, what can I do to help you? And he said, I want you to teach me how to read. He said, I would like to be able to read the Bible. He said, my wife doesn't. He said, I had a supervisor's job. He said, but I was just quick to learn to see what I needed to do. And he said, plus, I want to tell my sons that I know how to read. And so I then, I pulled out some primary and elementary stuff, and then we started writing in pencil. And then that day when he was able to write his son a postcard, and he said, I'm writing this, and I finally learned how to read. So I just try to do what I can, when I can. That motivates me, especially to help children realize that their dreams can be achieved with hard work, with discipline, and respect your elders, and love everybody. So if I have done some of that as I have been sprinkled across this community, then the living, the work, I figure I got lots more stuff to do, and I'm happy, joyous, excited, humbled about what's in front of me and what else God has for me next.